Hello all and welcome to Wow Crochet yet again for another tutorial, and my name is Mary, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to do this beautifully textured stitch. Okay, it is cable in the crochet world. I'm assuming it's cable in the knitting world as well when it's a bit higher than the rest of your work. Okay, you've got these little ridges here. If you don't know how to do a double crochet in the back post or a double crochet in the front post of your crochet, then you need to have a bit of a practice of that. I do have tutorials here, so go back, have a bit of a practice and come back to us when you are ready. If you know how to do them, then you are going to love this stitch, this pattern, not the stitch, the pattern, because you can do the stitch. Okay, now the stitch calls for an even amount of stitches across. For the purpose of the tutorial, I'm using this beautiful yarn from Bendigo Wool and Mills. I don't know where the accent came from, my apologies. Okay, High Country Rusty Yarn. Now, I only bought one skein, one ball, one whatever you want to call it, of yarn with this particular yarn. So I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. But it's nice and thick, so I'll have a bit of a play with it when I'm doing tutorials. Okay, now, start off with chaining up enough stitches so you can have an even amount of double crochets across, whether it's 10, whether it's whatever. I think I've got 20 here from memory. Okay, we're going to start. We are going to chain up to 1, 2, and then we are going to turn. Okay, get a nice close up so you can see the stitch. Okay, now these V's are your normal chains stitches that you normally put your double crochets through, like that. That's the way we do our double crochets normally. These here are called posts, okay, hence the word they look like posts. Right, so you need to do a double crochet around the back to the front, and that's called a front post double crochet. So it's your normal double crochet, and I'll do another one for you because I didn't actually explain that properly, did I? All right, so you go yarn over hook, pop it through the back of the post, through to the front. Then yarn over hook, pull the loop through the other way, opposite way again, and then yarn over hook, pull through 2, yarn over hook, pull through the last 2. Now those 2 stitches that we just did are called front post double crochet. Okay, now we're going to do a back post double crochet. So yarn over hook, and this is the awkward stitch, but once you get it, you get it. Okay, so we're not going through the front to the back to the front. We are now going through the front to the back, and then back through to the back. And that's a little bit awkward. Just think of yourself as working backwards. I know that sounds weird, doesn't it? So let's start again. So yarn over hook, and there's that post. We're going to pop it through to the front, and then through to the back, bring up a loop, pop it through to the back there. So we're actually working behind the post, hence the word back post. Okay, double crochet. So front post double crochet, back post double crochet, and you've done 2 and you've done 2. Now we're going to do the front one again. So all it is 2 front post double crochets and 2 back post double crochets all the way across. So it's a bit fiddly, the stitch, but once you get it, it's just the same thing. It's repetitive all the way. Now there's your back again. We're going through the back. Okay, pull up a loop, bring that up. So you're actually literally working behind your work, so to speak, if that helps. Okay, we're going to do one more, and then I'm going to pause the camera, and you are going to go ahead and finish off your row, because I might have done 20 stitches, but you probably have, I don't know, 425,000, exaggerating by a few million, of course. Okay, I'll meet you up just a moment. Here we are at the end of the row. Now I have 2 left that I have to get my front posts done there. I don't know what you ended up with. Okay, but I'm doing my front posts. 1 front post and my last post, front post there. Okay, and you should end up with one left. And what we're going to do with that last one is we're just going to do a normal double crochet in the top of that chain. Okay, that we first started with. So officially what you should have is that, with a few ridges on top, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And when you turn it over, it's 2, 2, 2 the other way. Okay. When you're doing your next round, when you've done your front posts here, your next round you're supposed to do your back posts on your front posts. So you're doing the opposite to what you did on the other side. So you're chaining up 2, 1, 2, turning your page over. That's how I like to think of it. And we're going to do, because we did the front posts, because these were 2 front posts on the other side, we now officially have to do the back posts in them. So it's the back posts like that. I'm finding that the next row is a lot easier to see your back posts and to work through your back posts. Okay, if you really can't see them, give your work a big stretch and you'll see that stick looking thing. That's a post. Okay, too easy now because you've got it. Now these were back posts on this side and they're now officially going to be our front posts on this side. Okay, we're going to do this row together. And whilst we do this row, I'll have a quick chat with you about my Etsy and my madeit.com.au stores. Both those stores are now available for your viewing and for any purchases that you may like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can receive further tutorials. You need to hit that little bell looking button, otherwise you won't receive those future tutorials. Okay. All right, so we're almost there to the end of the row. And what we're going to do after we've got to the end of the row, we'll stop and have a look at what we've come up with. And you can see how beautiful this stitch can look once it's done. The only thing, well, the only negative I have about this stitch is that it does use up a lot of yarn. So if you want to make a blanket or a scarf or whatever, you need to make sure you have more than your usual amount, because it's a yarn eater, so to speak. It will eat up all your yarn. Okay, all right, we're almost there towards the end of the row. And over the next few weeks, some of my tutorials will be one blanket, one beanie, and I haven't decided what the third one's going to be. I've got 2 weeks holidays coming up, so I'm going to be doing lots and lots of tutorials. So I'm looking forward to that. We're on our second last stitch there. All right, so on that last stitch right there that's sitting there, you need to do a normal double crochet just in that top chain in my really tight stitching. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's have a look at what we have. See your ridges, I should say. That's what you should have, bumps and bumps and bumps. Nice little bumps all the way across. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So, if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy your crochet time. Happy crocheting to you. Ciao for now.